Hey guys and gals, what's up? Chris Kiefer here. No, this isn't a testing video, but this is more geared towards the vet guy that wants to get a little bit better, have some fun, stay safer. And I'll just preface this. I am not an instructor. I don't always look good on the bike. I am not the end-all be-all of technique. But as I have gotten older and I've had a kid who has really good technique, I focused more on my technique than I ever have. Growing up in magazine world, you had to look good for that split second. So I was always good about looking good, at the time when the camera came out and so forth. But like for me, it was always important to try to look good during race day. How can I go faster? And then also look good. I mean, for me, as I get older, the speed is my speed. I don't think I'm ever going to get any better from what I was doing the past 20-something years, right? But maybe I can get better as an older guy riding, racing dirt bikes with better technique. You don't know until you try, right? So as my kid got older and started riding more with me, we started doing motos, I've noticed he's really good with his feet. He stands up a lot. Obviously, we watched Supercross on Saturday night. We've watched outdoor motocross, Jet. I think Jet Lawrence kind of elevated the game for everyone out there, even the professionals, to try to feet on the pegs, proper hip placement, foot placement, where your head's at. So for me, it's nothing that I've ever actually grown up doing. I was always racing and then testing, giving feedback, and then trying to look good for that split second during photos and video and things. And I watch myself now on videos on Racer X, and I look at photos and I'm like, I don't look great. I feel like I'm getting older. I'm getting that older look, and I want to try to, slow that down as much as I can. And the only way I know how to slow it down and keep me having fun is work on things that I'm not very good at. Most of us, I think, don't like to do things we're not good at. But for me, I'm the opposite. When I find something on my dirt bike that I'm not good at, I want to try to get better. And that's what gets me excited about riding. Today we're out here near my house. I had a full day of testing. So instead of just going back out and grinding again and testing, I want to try to have some fun. So I'm out here working on technique to try to make myself better. I'm not trying to go race nationals and win and do all these things, but I'm an older guy. I'm just trying to keep myself having fun, and I want to be better, or as best as I can be as I get older. For you guys watching this that are older, and you're not a professional racer, the ceiling is pretty tall. Like, you have a lot of room to grow, and getting better technique will allow you to go faster and also be safer. I think that is number one. We have to go to work in the morning. We have to tell our wives that, hey, I want to go ride with my boys. You better not crash. I know some of you guys have wives out there that are really worried about you crashing, not feeding the family because you're the sole provider. All these things that as you get older, we have to worry about. Look, I understand all of that. I have a lot of friends that are like that, and have wives that maybe don't really like them to ride dirt bikes as much. And that's okay, because I understand it's a dangerous sport. But for me, I just want to come out and have fun, try to work on technique, and try to be better. So basically this video are just 3 tips or 3 things that I do when I go out to the track. Again, we're out here. I made a turn track specifically for technique and try to work on things. So what I'm going to try to show you on the bike and then tell you right here, right now, is 3 things that I work on. So if you can just go to the track and say, okay, today I'm going to focus on my technique. You got to get that wrapped around in your brain first and foremost. Because if you don't have a plan and you go to the track, you're going to be riding with your buddies. You're going to start dick measuring. You're going to go faster, and you're not going to worry about your technique. You're just going to go ride. So if you're driving the track and you're saying, today is a technique day. I'm going to work on technique. Okay, so what are we doing on technique? Things that I have done that have helped me. And again, I am not an instructor. I am not a USMCA coach. These are just things that have worked for me. So for me, I work on trying to keep my feet on the pegs. One, it prevents your foot from getting ripped off. It prevents your leg from going a certain way where your knee doesn't want you to go, aka MCL, PCL, ACL, ripping your knee. And if you guys are living back east where you have somewhere where there's lots of ruts, tucking your feet inward and then keeping your feet on the pegs in some of these ruts will help you from tearing your groin and just screwing up your knees and your ankles. So I work on trying to keep my feet on the pegs for one lap, okay? And then I move on. My second thing is, okay, the next lap, I'm going to stand up around the whole track. So the first lap, I'm sitting down, or maybe I stand up at times, but I keep my feet on the pegs. I don't put my leg out. Second lap, I'm just standing up the whole time. I'm not sitting down, even in corners, I'm standing up. I'm working on standing up, working on the balls of my feet, which is very hard. I'm a kid from the 90s, right? We ride flat-footed. What the hell is the balls of our feet? Look it, I agree with most coaches that it does help, but I don't agree that you have to ride in the balls of your feet all the time. Ricky Carmichael did pretty good riding flat-footed. He'll even admit that. But yes, it is more proper to get back on the balls of your feet, and then you have better weight distribution on the bike is what I've really noticed from riding on the balls of my feet. And with riding on the balls of your feet, your toes and your feet are just naturally kind of pointed inward, and they're not sticking out like duckbills to get it ripped off on a rut or a rock or whatever it is out there on the track. So I try to stand up one lap, and then on the next lap, I try not to use my clutch. And that's for me. Why? Because I suck at using my clutch. I'm a clutch dragger. Today I brought the YZ450F out, and if you guys are on a YZ450F, you know every time you come out of a corner, you just get a wheelie. And so I'm fanning the clutch all the time. I'm trying to stay off of it and rolling on my throttle smoother. So the next lap, I just stay off the clutch. I can sit down, I can stand up, whatever it is that I want to do, I just stay off the clutch. And then I rotate those laps. So one lap, sitting, feet in. Second lap, standing, feet in, never putting them out. And then the third lap, I just try to not use my clutch. You can put your foot out if you want, but for me, I just like those 3 points, and that gets me a little bit excited about going riding instead of having to think about, oh, I got to test and got to work. So these are just a few things that I think about that can help you, that have helped me, and keeps me motivated to ride because I'm not good at it. I suck. The good thing about riding is no matter how good you are, you can learn something all the time. Every day that I ride, and I tested today, I come out here, I'm by myself, I'm at this little turn track, and I'm just like, you know what? It brings me back to my 14-year-old self after school, going riding, and that fun factor. I'm here on just a little scat track, turn track. It's basically like a goat trail around the trees, and I just try to focus on technique and not speed. So those 3 things for you older guys out there, I think can really help your riding and possibly make you a better rider faster. Again, feet on the pegs, sitting down, toes pointed in. Next lap, standing up, not putting your foot out. And then the third lap, sitting or standing, whatever it is that you want to do, foot out, foot back on, but without the clutch. So we're going to go do that. We're going to do 3 laps, see how I do. Look it, I still suck at it. That's why we're here. We're doing it, and we're working on it. So I try to do that for 30 minutes. Rotate that every lap. And I'll just give you a snippet of what our track is like. If you guys don't have a turn track, it's fine. You go to your local track, you do the same thing. But for us here in Southern California desert, we're blessed with some rain, and I just kind of make little rut tracks all over hell. We have plenty of land out here, so that's what we do. Right behind me, basically built this track in about 30 minutes. Did that about a couple months ago. So let me take you out on 3 laps. Don't judge me. It's probably not going to be pretty, but nonetheless, we're going to go out and give it a try. Also, we picked the YZ450F today. Why is that? To me, that's the hardest bike for me to corner. It just feels like it's a bigger bike. It has a lot of power. So if I do all of these drills correctly on this bike, I'll be really good on other bikes. So although the YZ does corner pretty good, when I get back on it from other bikes, it feels big, it feels heavy, and it has a lot of power. So for me, it takes me a little while to get used to it. So this is the toughest bike for me to control and work on my technique. So that's why I brought it here today. All right, we're gonna stick this thing on here. we're gonna go for a little spin. Yeah, don't judge my van. You guys are like, hey, give me a tour of your van. My van is bare. It costs a lot of money to build out a van, and I simply don't have that money. So that's why it is bare. All right, 3 laps. What are we doing? We're sitting down, feet on the pegs. Second lap, standing up, feet on the pegs. Third lap, off the fucking clutch. laps of technique work that will help you out a lot. The goal is to help you with balance, foot placement, keep your legs tucked in, and just get that technique better. So it's not pretty, but that's why we're out here. We're doing it. It's fun, something different. Breaks up the monotony of just doing motos. So if you guys want to do that back at your favorite track, try that, and let me know how it goes. And hopefully you guys have fun, stay safe. The goal is to stay on the motorcycle, not ride the couch. These things are dangerous enough. So as you get older, man, it's hard to find things that make you have fun. Dirt bikes are fun, and there's so many things within dirt bikes to help you learn better technique, make you go faster. And then when you do all those things, riding is just more enjoyable. So hopefully you guys try some of this stuff. When you guys go do that, tag me, let me know how it works for you. And I'm gonna get back out there and finish up my 30-minute moto. So have fun, ride safe.